Hi, second grade owls at home. It's your music teacher, Miss Webb. I hope you've had a wonderful week, and I would like to get started today with Andrew Got a Pogo Stick. Have any of you ridden on a pogo stick? It's pretty fun, but it does take some practice. So anyway, get ready to go boing, boing, boing with me. There's Andrew, and there's his pogo stick. Every time you have the end of the sentence or the end of the line, you see a period, an exclamation point, or a question mark, I want you to match that. Boing, boing, boing. Andrew got a pogo stick. Boing, boing, boing. He could really do that trick. Boing, boing, boing. Up to 50, did it quick. Boing, boing, boing. How about my arithmetic? Boing, boing, boing. Onward still, the numbers tick. Boing, boing, boing. At this task, he ain't no hick. Boing, boing, boing. 80, 90, this is slick. Boing, boing, boing. Andrew and his pogo stick. Last one. Boing, boing, boing. That was fun. Let's count to 100 by tens, okay? Oh, you know what? You're second grade and you're almost third grade. Let's go to 200. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190, 200. You got it. All right. I don't know if you ever in your whole life heard the story of Queen Caroline, but if you went to Freer, you probably have. So Queen Caroline lived a while ago, and she wore a beautiful crown, and she was as lovely and kind as she was fair and smart, and everybody liked being around her. She was excellent at what she did. So I'm going to pick a color. Tell me when to stop. Oh, right here? Okay, the color was, oh, that's not a great color. Let's try again. And stop. Red. Okay, so I'm going to put a ruby, that's a red stone, in each crown. Here I go, as I say the poem. Queen Caroline washed her hair with turpentine. Turpentine made it shine. Queen Caroline. So that's how that goes. And there's the rhythm for it. There you have it. Well, Queen Caroline had a sister. And if you're the queen and you have a sister, what would that be called? Is it the princess or the prince? Yeah, the princess. So Princess Phoebe was her sister's name. And I'll show you. It's kind of an unusual spelling. Phoebe, but it says Phoebe. So here's Phoebe. And this is actually not her gown that she wears. This is what she wears underneath. This that you see her wearing is a petticoat. So that goes underneath. And it helps the dress stand out away from your body so it's not so close. So it gives you that little bit of flair where it comes out like a bell. Here, I'll kind of trace the shape. Kind of looks like a triangle, doesn't it? All right, so anyway, here's a song that goes along with Phoebe. It goes, Phoebe in her petticoat, Phoebe in her gown, Phoebe in her petticoat, going down to town. So I said petticoat twice. This time I want you to listen for the note that is highest in the song. Phoebe in her petticoat, Phoebe in her gown, Phoebe in her petticoat, going down to town. Did you say gown? Yeah, that was the highest. And it's also the longest sound. Gown, town, and look, those are rhyming words. Okay, so the special thing is about gown and town is they last for 2 beats, not just a ta where it lasts for 1. So here's how to clap it. Because when you clap a ta, it's over very quickly, right? And a TT, TT is even quicker. So to make a sound last for 2 beats, we're gonna clap it like this. 1, 2. And yes, the sound that it makes where you go up your arm is really soft and quiet, but it's still a sound, right? All right, so let's do 1, 2. 2 more times. 1, 2. Last time. 1, 2. All right, now let's do the rhythm of the words to Phoebe and her petticoat. Okay, so we're gonna go gown and town. There's 2 times where you have a half note. Ready? Phoebe in her petticoat, Phoebe in her gown, Phoebe in her petticoat, going down to town. And that's really only important for an instrument like clapping your hands or like rhythm sticks, because on a wind instrument, like a recorder or even bells that can ring, you can have that be. Let's see. You can play it for 2. It's just that with something like a clap, the sound flattens out quickly. All right, so we learned about Phoebe. And so that note where it lasts for 2 beats is called a half note. So what is a petticoat? Well, we talked about that. That goes underneath of your gown or your dress. And what is a gown? A gown is a very, very fancy dress. Or some people in our class this week said, well, it could be a nightgown. And that's true. And Phoebe, is it a modern name like right now? Or is it an old-fashioned name? It's an old-fashioned name. A lot of names today are like Ella and Olivia and Kaylee. Those are all modern names because they're happening right now, babies that are born recently. Okay, so here's the rhythm of the words. It goes T, 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 ta, T, 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 ta. And you see that half note is open in the middle. And you only have to write it once because it lasts for 2 beats. So this one can be left blank. So to write one yourself, you're going to draw sort of like an O and then just do a stick like that. Okay? Phoebe in her petticoat, going down to town. And there's our other half note. Let's see. So remember, a half note like that equals 2 heartbeats. Easy. So I wonder what Phoebe and her sister Caroline are going to do on this very beautiful Friday afternoon. Well, speaking of people and what they're going to do, I wonder how many of you know the story of Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. Yes, it's a common one. It's a very popular one. So Goldilocks was a little girl, and she found herself needing shelter, right, to get out of the elements, get out of the sun or the wind or the whatever, rain. And she found herself at a cottage, and she went in, and this chair was too hard, this one was too soft, but this one was just right. And the same with porridge, which is kind of like oatmeal. That one bowl was too hot, one bowl was too cold, and one was just right. And the one that was just right that she always picked belonged to who? The mom, the baby, the dad. Yeah, it was the baby. So anyway, this takes a twist, again, modern, and it makes it like today. And this one is called Goldie Rocks and the 3 Bears. It is by Corey Rawson Schwartz and Beth Colton, and the illustrator is Nate Ragg. I hope you guys enjoy this. Once upon a rock and roll time, 3 bears in a band jammed with ease. The Papa Bear drummed. The Mama Bear strummed. So she played her guitar. And the Baby Bear tickled the keys. So he played piano. If you tickle the ivories or you tickle the keys, that means you play piano. But the band didn't have many fans yet. And Papa Bear figured out why. Though we all love to croon and can carry a tune, we can't hit the notes way up high. So there's the band on stage, and there they are here by my thumb having a meal together and talking. So they set out to find a soprano. Soon after they left, a girl knocked. And boys and girls, a soprano is a woman who has a high voice, or it could be a child who has a high voice. Is that porridge I smell? Gee, that would be swell. She checked and the house was unlocked. A studio? Great balls of fire. Amazed, Goldie raced through the door. She forgot about food and was now in the mood to hurry on in and explore. Look, she sees their stage and the lights and the microphones and the instruments. She knows what to do. Mama Bear's mic hit her elbow. Ouch. And Pops reached the top of her head. But Baby's was hiked to just where she liked. I'll give it a whirl, Goldie said. So she grabbed it and started performing. Oh, doobie wop bop dum diddy doo. She was singing quite well till she stumbled and fell. Oh, and the microphone stand broke in two. So Goldie said, I'll try the headphones. But Mama's pair was too tight and Papa's were too loose. Gee, these are no use, but Baby Bear's fit her just right. The tune was so catchy, thought Goldie. I'd love to be part of their band. The guitar, it was too twangy. The cymbals, too clangy. But the piano was perfectly grand. And you probably know this, but sometimes pianos can look like a piece of furniture, and when they have the lid up tall, that's called a grand piano. Exhausted from moving and grooving, Goldie needed to catch a few Z's. This day's been a doozy. I'm feeling quite snoozy. So she dozed off on Baby Bear's keys. In the meantime, the Bears had held tryouts, but no one had blown them away. The hair was too twitchy. The pigs were too pitchy. And Red, she was simply okay. Red Riding Hood, right? Yeah. The family returned to their cottage, distressed from their lack of success. When they saw the inside, Mama Bear cried, Egads, what a terrible mess. Someone's been using my mic stand. Someone's been using mine too. Then Baby Bear spoke. Oh no, my stand broke. He started to sniffle. Boo-hoo. Then Mama Bear looked at her headphones. Oh, someone has tried my pair on. Mine too, Papa growled. The parents both scowled. This is a scowl. And Baby Bear cried, mine are gone. Then Papa said, who played my drum set? And Mama said, who plucked my strings? Well, who's in my chair? Asked the littlest bear. She's drooling all over my things. They stared at the slumbering blonde girl, and Papa asked, who could she be? He disrupted her dream. She awoke with a scream. The pitch was a perfect high C. The bears asked to hear a whole medley once Goldie recovered from shock. Amazing, said Mom. Pop grinned, you're the bomb. And Baby cried, Goldie can rock. Together they wrote a new ditty. They practiced it into the night, and soon their new jingle became a hit single. Too hot, too cold, or just right. Their albums now top all the rock charts. A country ride tour has been planned. The fans scream and shout. They're all crazy about Goldie Rocks and the Great Three Bear Band. I hope you enjoyed that. Sorry for kind of a long video, my second grade friends. For your assignment, I'm going to have you review about that new note we learned in Phoebe. Have a great week. I'll see you next time. Bye.